Hey there guys, Bren here from UCAN2 Weight Loss and Fitness, and today we're going to talk about dieting. More specifically, how you can stop dieting forever, never diet again. So we've all been in that place where we've lost a little bit of weight, we've gone on a diet and we've lost some weight, and usually what happens is as soon as we stop the diet we put all the weight back on, and usually with a bit of interest. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is I'm going to tell you why diets don't work. Okay, I'm going to tell you what actually does work and how we can make it work forever. And I'm also going to give you 3 things that you can put in place right now today to help get you towards that place where you're going to stop dieting forever. So why don't diets work? Well, put simply, it's because they've got a finish line. You know, you set yourself with this goal weight or a goal date, or, you know, some sort of finish line that says, okay, well, as soon as I get to this point, I'm going to stop dieting. And of course, what happens when you stop dieting is that you stop getting the results you were when you were dieting, which means you're generally going to put on a bit of weight. So let's have a little bit of a think about what I mean by dieting. What is a diet? So I'm talking about things like Weight Watchers, Light and Easy. I'm talking about shake diets or lemon detox diets or pill diets or very low calorie diets. Okay, I'm talking about those things that, generally speaking, you're not going to be able to keep up forever. Okay, so they're the sort of things where you have to eat rabbit food, or you have to eat shakes which aren't food, or pills which aren't food. Things that make it harder to keep going for a long-term period. So, as I said, the things that have a finish date, because you just can't keep them up with a normal life. So, let's talk about what you can do. Let's talk about the 3 things you can do to change this. So, number 1, and it seems kind of obvious, is stop dieting. Okay? So, you need to understand the difference between going on a diet and having a diet. You know, it's a very key distinction there. If you go on a diet, that means you're changing really radically, and as I said, it's going to have a finish date. Whereas if you have a diet, that has no finish date. It has no foreseeable finish date. It's just having a diet. It's using the food that keeps you alive and keeps your energy, and that you should be able to do for the rest of your life. Now, what's interesting is that when you make it a lifetime project like that, the goal stops being to lose weight and becomes more about enjoying your food, loving what you're eating, but only eating enough that you need. Okay? So if you're enjoying your food and you're only eating enough that you need, weight loss is going to be a side effect of that healthy lifestyle, not the end goal. Okay? And when you can get to that stage, then ironically, you're going to really see some big results. Now, so what we're saying is that you can have your cake and eat it too. Now, myself, I had to drop a little bit of weight just recently. In the last 8 weeks, I've dropped 8 kilos, and every single week I've had a great big burger and chips, because there's no way in hell I'm going to go without my burger and chips once a week, because I love burgers. So, but having a diet and having a nutrition plan and having a meal plan that I can follow that keeps me in balance means that I can have those things and still lose 8 kilos in 8 weeks. Okay, so what we have to do though is we need to know our targets and what they are. We need to know what calorie intake and what macronutrients we need every day to keep that body going and keep that calorie deficit, so that I can keep losing weight. So that leads me to number 2, the number 2 thing you can do. You need to understand what energy balance is. Okay, so I talked about in the last point, we need to follow a meal plan that creates a calorie deficit but is able to be maintained over a long period of time, i.e. the rest of your life. Number 2, you need to understand what those targets are. Okay, so we need to understand what energy balance is and setting our targets. So think of it like a car. Your car doesn't emotionally eat, does it? All right, we put fuel in it. It only uses what fuel it needs to get to A to B. Okay, and it's only got a set amount of fuel that you can put in it. If you overfill your car, you're at the petrol station, you just keep pouring. Once the tank's full, it just spills onto the ground. You can never put more in that tank than it will fit. Okay, whereas us, we have infinite storage ability. So if we keep putting more energy in our bodies than we need, we will keep storing it and keep storing it and keep storing it, and there is practically no limit to how much fat we can actually store. So energy balance is understanding how much energy we need into our body every day to survive and thrive. Okay, so there's some basic terms to understand. The first term is BMR. BMR, that is your basal metabolic rate. Now, your basal metabolic rate is essentially the rate that your metabolism needs to work just to keep you alive. So no activity, just breathing, surviving. Okay. RMR, or resting metabolic rate, that includes normal activity. Okay, so general moving around, actually moving your body, etc. So therefore, it's a little bit higher than your BMR. Then we've got purposeful exercise. So the purposeful exercise effect. So purposeful exercise is like planned exercise. So like going to the gym, going for a walk, anything that you do on a regular basis that would be extra on top of your normal day-to-day life. Okay, so any sort of planned exercise. Now there's a few other things that go into working out what your energy levels are. The thermo effect of actual digestion, of eating food. There's a few things that go on, but they're sort of minimal changes, percentile changes. So for the purpose of this, we're just going to ignore them for the moment. But what we're going to look at is if you can know what your RMR is, if you can know what your resting metabolic rate is, okay, and we can add to that your exercise, your planned exercise, you will know how many calories per day you need to survive, thrive, and maintain your weight. This amount of calories plus the calories burned in exercise equals weight maintenance. Okay, now if you go over that amount in calorie intake, you will put on weight. Okay, if you go under that amount, less than those two put together, you will lose weight. Okay, it is impossible to not lose weight if you go under these amounts. Okay, so that's all weight loss is sticking underneath that figure. So as soon as you know what that is, you can then work your targets and make sure that you'll never blow out again. So if you do happen to go to a wedding and have wedding cake and champagne, or if you're like me and you love burgers and you're going to have a burger once a week, you can allow for that in your targets and still have your cake and eat it too. Okay? All right, number 3, you've got to fix your mindset. Okay? So we have to fix our mindset. Now, at UCAN 2, we like to think that we work on 3 main areas. 1, nutrition. 2, exercise. 3, mindset. So we need mindset, nutrition, and exercise. So at the end of the day, you can follow an eating plan, you can follow an exercise plan, and you can do that. But if your mindset's screwed up, if you hate yourself, this isn't going to work long term. It's going to be a short-term fix. Yeah, you've got to have that mindset that's going to get you in. And the sweet spot where you lose weight and keep it off is right here. Right here, when all 3 cross over. And you can see that's a tiny little area, which I like to use the analogy that this is why 9 out of 10 people who lose weight put it all back on again, because they concentrate only on this, but don't work on their mindset. Okay, so what can you do for your mindset? Number 1, stop waiting for the perfect time. Okay, there is no perfect time. The perfect time is now. Okay, it's no good waiting until all your ducks are lined up in a row. It's no good waiting until you've got no stress at work. It's no good waiting until you've got all the time in the world. It's no good waiting until you've got all the money in the world. It's no good waiting until all these things happen at once, because you know what? None of that's ever going to happen. There's always going to be something in your life that's going to make it difficult to eat well and exercise well. Okay, so the perfect time is now. The sooner you get on with it, the better, okay? So stop waiting for that perfect time. The next thing you can do is forgive yourself, okay? So we tend to be very, very hard on ourselves compared to how we are with other people. So sometimes we have this self-talk, and, you know, I've done it, and, you know, my customers do it all the time, where we'll encourage other people and pat them on the back and say, look, no, you're doing a fantastic job and you look great, and no, your bum doesn't look big in that. And we have this positive talk to other people, but the self-talk we have, we look at ourselves in the mirror and we say, oh my God, I look terrible. You know, or, oh my God, my bum looks big in this. And we have this self-talk where we're always putting ourselves down and getting angry with ourselves. Now, you know what? You've messed up before. I know you've messed up before, because that's why the headline of this blog article attracted you, because it says how to stop dieting forever. You've dieted before and it's failed, okay? So you've failed, you've yo-yoed, you've binged, you know, you've broken New Year's resolutions, you've broken promises to yourself and to other people, okay? You know what? You might feel angry, you might feel remorseful, you might feel shameful, you might feel all those things and possibly more, but get over it, okay? You need to let those feelings wash over you, okay? Acknowledge that you feel them. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be remorseful. It's okay to be ashamed or guilty, okay? But it's no good dwelling on it. Let it wash over you. Acknowledge the emotion. Say, okay, well, why do I feel angry? Why do I feel, you know, ashamed? Why do I feel guilty? Answer those questions. Well, I feel guilty because I made a promise to myself and my husband that I would do this and I didn't. Okay, that's fine. Let it wash over you. Acknowledge it. Okay, own it. Yeah, and then move on. Ask yourself the question, what now? Okay, acknowledge that you feel angry. Okay, I'm angry. Great. Why am I angry? I'm angry because I broke my own promise. Okay, what now? I need to get back on the horse. That's it, okay? Don't spend all this time beating yourself up. It's wasted energy. Let the emotion wash over you. What now? Last thing you can do is love yourself and allow yourself to be happy. This is a really big one. Right now, as you are perfect. This is the vessel you were born into. This is the one that you've worn all your life. This is where you're at because of all the decisions you've made over your life, okay? You are exactly where you're supposed to be, okay? So love yourself. You know, you might have scars, you might have tattoos, you might have grey hairs, you might have a bald head, you might have a hairy back, you might have cellulite, you might have wrinkles. You know what? So what? So does everyone else, okay? Those are your stories. They are you. They are who you are, okay? All your stretch marks and all your flaws, they are you. Okay, love yourself for who you are. You are a sexy, gorgeous beast and you deserve happiness. Okay, so you need to stop this self-talk where you talk yourself down and start talking yourself up. You know, a lot of us have got kids. You don't teach a kid self-confidence by smacking them over their head every time they fall over when they're learning to walk. You encourage them, you pick them up, you pat them on the bum and say, good job, try again. So just don't do it to yourself. You know, stop this self-talk where you're beating yourself up all the time. So love yourself. The other thing is about being happy. Happiness is often a choice. Do not wait for permission to be happy. Okay? Do not wait for permission to be happy. Really, really common things that I get, I say, okay, if you lose the weight, what's going to make you happy? And people will say to me, well, I can wear nice clothes. You know, if I lose the weight, I can wear nice clothes. If I lose the weight, I can be more active with my kids. If I lose the weight, I can go on a better holiday, okay? If I lose the weight, I'll be more self-confident, okay? So if those things are going to make you happy, why wait? You know, are you waiting for permission? I have to give you permission, or are you waiting to get to a certain weight? You know, the weight is just a number on a scale. So that's not going to get you a better holiday. or a better love life, or whatever it is you want, okay? What's going to get that to happen is for you to allow yourself to do it, okay? So if you like to wear nice clothes, go out and buy some nice clothes and wear them. If you are not the ideal shape just yet, go to a shop where somebody knows what they're doing and can dress you to your current shape, and complement your current shape, and wear nice clothes. If that's going to make you happy, what are you waiting for? Do it, okay? If you want to be more active with the kids, okay, look, you might not be fit enough or strong enough or small enough to do all the things you want to do with the kids, okay? But I bet you could do more with them tomorrow than you did yesterday. I bet you could do more with them tomorrow than you did yesterday. So if being more active with the kids is going to make you happy, start now. Start now, be more active with them tomorrow than you were yesterday, and automatically you are more active with the kids and you can be happy, okay? If you want to be more confident, if you think that losing weight is going to make you more confident and that's going to make you happy, well, that all comes down to that self-talk. If you keep telling yourself that you're a loser every single day, guess what you're going to believe? Okay? Start talking to yourself in a much nicer way, forgiving yourself, being the person that you want to be, and all of a sudden you'll start getting more confidence. And if that's going to make you happy, what are you waiting for? Okay, guys. So, look, if you're ready to stop dieting forever, there's 3 things you can put into place straight away today. If you want to know more or you need some help to get there, just down below at the bottom of this post, there's a little section where you can put your name and phone number in, and I can give you a call, and I'm happy to give you a free success session where we're going to sit down and have a talk about you, where you've been, where you are, and where you'd like to be. We'll talk about that gap between where you are and where you want to be, and if we can help you, that's great. If not, that's okay too. So just below or to the right of this blog post, there's a section to put that in, and if you mention this blog post, I'll actually give you a week at the gym for free. So 7-day trial for free. So what have you got to lose? Pop your name in, we'll have a chat about what's going on for you and how we can stop you dieting forever. Okay guys, I'm Bren, I'm not going without burgers, Ryan, and I'll see you soon.